It's an Iran one as well or something. I think they're protesting about Iran. I'm just going to sit down. Oh, there's a bee there. Don't know if they're going to march or not. To be fair, Manchester, they're usually okay. It's Sheffield and Nottingham, they're idiots. Say they're okay, although I don't recognise most of them. But I'm sure there's the normal lot. But you never know. I mean, there's police over there, so it's unlikely they're going to do anything. But as I say, it's Manchester, so usually generally okay. I just end up seeing anyone I recognise. It's due to start once, so they're probably still going to come. Yeah, I don't think Charlie Beach will turn up with it being a Sunday, but it might do, but he might not even know it's on. So it's not city centre, it's about half an hour. I don't know if they're going to march into the city centre, just stay here. So I think I've seen them do on another video start from here, and then I think they might have walked in, but I honestly don't know why they do it from here. Unless there's something going on in Manchester, I don't know, but... Well, they're protesting. I mean, I don't think that building's got occupied. I mean, we're in the park, by the way. This is a park. Platt Park, or whatever it's called. So what the point of demonstrating in the park when no one's around is, I have no idea, but I don't know. Maybe one of them will tell me the logic of doing it here. That's why I was hoping I could see something now. At least the drumming's better here. They're quite good at drumming in Manchester. But that's why they've got Iranian flags. I presume they're Iranian flags. It's so it'll be like technically today's Iranian, although it's still a pro-Palestinian thing. So there'll be people with the Iranian flag. I presume they're Iranian. But I honestly don't understand why they're doing it from here. It's just no one comes to see it. I mean, to be honest, even when I got here, I didn't know it was there. I could just hear the drumming. So I honestly don't see what they're achieving by, but no one will know about it. Anyway, a lot of these things, I just think they just do it for themselves. It's just ego, innit? Make people feel like they're doing something. Oh, no, there's giving me dirty look. Quite cool today, although it's probably warm. I think I just felt a bit of rain as well. I think I got heat stroke yesterday in Nottingham. I don't recognise any of them, but they might be on the protest. They said it'd rain. I wish I bought an umbrella now. Yeah, I didn't know Charlton. To be honest, I thought somebody yesterday said a few YouTubers will come today, so I can't see anyone else, so they might be coming late, so I don't know. Because a few of them knew about it, because I mentioned it yesterday, said the normal Manchester protest was cancelled. I think for some reason they just went round the shops boycotting things yesterday, I don't know. So when you see it on Charlie Beach's film, you see they're not protesters out as such. Right. I'm guessing they're going to do speeches now.
defend our people. So the first speech, we're going to have a number of excellent speeches from different activist groups and individuals who have been affected by this brutal war, this unprovoked war on people of Iran, and some statements in solidarity with Palestinian people like always. First speaker, our comrade,
No, she was due to be arrested for ages. Apparently she was going to get arrested last week, but there was some technical thing. She's done loads of stuff. She's managed to get away with it so far. She's a fool. She thinks she can do what she wants, does that girl. Their speaker system's rubbish today. Normally you can hear it crystal clear. Can hardly hear them say a word. Don't know if you can hear what she's saying. I certainly can't. Normally it's really loud. I don't know why they're doing it so quiet. I'm guessing they haven't got the right speakers at this time. It's interesting because in London, I think the Iranian people are supporting the invasion, so it's confusing if they do support it or not.
والنات کجا؟ والنات مستقیم بیا یه چهارراه مثل حالت تی جانکشنه. یه تی جانکشنه دیگه رو که رد کردی سمت راستت نمیخواد بپیچی، سمت راست یه پارک همون خیابون، یعنی همون خیابونی که والناته رد بکن فقط والنات.
Oh, Jack Russell.
Thank you. Long live Iran, long live Palestine. Our next speaker is our comrade Laya from Feminist Coalition Manchester. Please welcome her.
It looks like a lot of people are bored already and they've only just come. I don't think it helps in the speakers so loud, so you can't hear a word they're on about. Oh, he's there, that's that guy. I thought I'll wave to him. This kid's annoying me. He keeps walking past the camera, I think it's bored. So I'm just I try and avoid putting kids on as much as I can. I don't know if his mum sent him to do it, but I think he's just doing it out of boredom. Ooh. That a kid just went past. I don't see bringing the kids your day out to something like this. Oh, there it is. Oh. No, I was looking for you. Hmm?
You should have worn camo.
No, I'm just tired.
You alright?
Oh, it's
Did you go
just...
somewhere yesterday?
Yeah, it was, you know, Nottingham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was so hot.
Yeah,
Hot
it was,
as anything.
It was close though, wasn't it? It was like there's no air, was there at all?
No. And apparently there was like, I didn't know, they'd done the trans one at 10 o'clock, so they'd been there till 10. It was a big crowd, but God, it was just too hot. I knew today, so today feels cold, but it's probably warm.
Time in Nottingham.
So how come you're doing it here, not in the centre?
We do it from here a lot for the other one.
Do you what? Are you staying here or are you walking in?
No, we'll probably walk.
Right. I think I have seen a video before.
This isn't a group that I'm involved with that's organised it today.
Oh, isn't it different?
I'm just stewarding today, brother. So you can't run to me for help. Take it easy though, yeah. If you need anything, just
Oh yeah, cheers. It's just, like I said, because I didn't...
water and that, yeah.
Oh no, I'm fine like that. I just thought, well, if you were planning on walking into town, I thought I'll save my energy because it's a long way into town. But I don't know if that's, as you say, but...
I can't give that away. But you'll be
Oh,
alright.
yeah, well, it's exciting, isn't it? Oh, tell them...
Where's Mike and that? Not come back?
Oh, well, one of them's busy. Well, one's babysitting a dog, the other, and one's Marty's on holiday.
Oh, right.
But Michael
I don't
said,
care for Mike, to be honest. I like Michael. He's alright.
yeah, he was busy today because I was going to bring him, but they need to turn the speaker up. You can't hear it.
Don't worry, it's not my.
I know, but
How you doing? It's going to rain or not, Jackie? I don't know if I'd quite like it to rain. It's been hotter yesterday. Hey, Phil, how you doing?
yeah,
Pal.
I was going to bring an umbrella myself, but
It's catch-22, isn't it?
well, it said, and it's like, oh yeah, I looked at the weather forecast and thought, if you bring one and it doesn't rain, you've got a heavy umbrella to carry, but
But then it's always the way you don't bring one.
yeah.
It's well over, yeah.
I mean,
The weekend I ended up, you just carry it the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, it said the other day, I've come to Manchester a lot when it said it's going to, well, I think, what was it this Saturday or last Saturday? It said it was going to pour down.
Yeah.
Perfectly dry, and I thought,
It
oh.
rained for like 2 minutes, didn't it? And then that was it for the rest of the day.
Well, Nottingham it rained, but that's where I was yesterday, and it said there would be thunder about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so
Was
I
that
thought,
yesterday?
yeah, in Nottingham.
Yeah, I was there yesterday, yeah.
Oh, did you go to the UKIP?
Yeah, we managed to, they wouldn't actually let us in to the UKIP area. They said, and I turned up and said, I'm not allowed down that street. They went, no. And
No, you had to walk around, but
I wasn't allowed
yeah,
to. And they said, well, are you stopping the British citizens from going to that monument?
they were panicking.
And I said, why? I said, oh, the threat of violence. I went, where's the violence? No violence.
No, but you know what happened? The others did, but they said to me, don't go. So I walked all the way round.
Yeah.
And
down at the bottom.
Yeah, and I walked through this little thing, and because there was only one place, he just looked at me and went, "I sod you."
Yeah.
But the others, there were two more, and because they were filming, and I think the left, the ones on the left were getting wound up. The police went, "Right, you're through." I think they wanted them out.
I
So
got 2 arrests yesterday.
there were two.
Both of the Antifa guys.
Yeah, I missed both, but I saw them run down to one.
I got the second one when I was walking back to the car with some guys, one guy with a British flag, and they crossed in front of the police to come and attack me. And the police officer said 5 times, you're going to get arrested. And then eventually I was like going, he's told you 5 times, stop.
Yeah, they're idiot. But I think some just go. You see, first it makes me laugh because my argument is that all they're doing is giving UKIP publicity. Secondly, in all the
Did you see the ITV people?
yeah, I did. They got harassed. They shouldn't have
At the end, I
done.
said, I went up to the end, she was crying.
Yeah.
I went to the end and I said,
It was wrong.
can I ask you a question? Why didn't you film the arrest of the man, the Antifa guy? She goes, I did. I said, you weren't. I said, you weren't there.
No, I bet they
I saw
weren't.
you run past. I said,
Yeah.
why didn't you film it? Is it because it didn't fulfil your
But
narrative?
they gave the other guy, I don't know if you've seen him, he's on the left. I mean, there's Milo, he's left, but he's neutral. I don't know about that, but I don't think even if you're extreme left or extreme, they should ban you. I just say, look, let them take pictures. That's my argument, as always. Doesn't matter. But
Yesterday the police were so aggressive, they were so kind of, because we started in the left side by accident, just one, I didn't know where I was going.
yeah.
And then with me and Ben, they turned on us in like a minute, and I said,
Or the left wing lot.
and I said to them, I said, do I really look? I said, is it because I'm British? I said,
No,
"I'm
no,
British."
no. They see anybody working class and go boom. If you dress middle class,
Yeah, I was wearing a shirt as well.
yeah,
I thought,
they're really. I mean, it's like.
you think because they turn on working class, you do?
Oh yeah, because they automatically presume if you're working class, you're right wing. They've said it to me over and over.
So if I turn up in a shirt and a tie.
Well, if you look like dress a bit more like
Smarter.
them. No, not smart like they do.
Right.
I mean, because if you
Yeah, I know what you mean,
notice,
yeah.
there's I've been to we was in one in Sheffield, right? 15 people to 20 filming. They only targeted us. They said, oh, they're right wingers. The others could have been completely right wing, but because they looked, and I keep saying I'm neutral, but they don't accept it. And they go, look, all I'm doing is walking around. I don't care less.
Most people are neutral until they get turned on. And
Yeah.
naturally-
Well, there's one bloke there. I don't know if you saw him. He's been a few times. It's horrible. He's like this sort of trade union fascist. He's horrible. He just jumps in the front of you and stuff. The bulk of them are okay, but they get pulled into it. If somebody says something, they get pulled into it. And there's a few who just go troublemakers. It's like, yeah, because if you notice, most of the trans lot, in all fairness, they're usually fairly straightforward, chilled out.
There's only a few. There's a few. Isn't
Yeah.
there? One, like that one where was it last Saturday in Manchester? There was that one with the long hair guy.
Oh yeah, and they spoil it.
From the first second, he was basically attacking people
Yeah.
the whole time, and even his own side went look.
Yeah.
Stop. Because you're making them look bad.
Well, I've always said Manchester, they're usually okay. I've never had any problems. And I was disappointed because if you look at Charlie Beat, that old bloke were following him. And I said, normally it's all right with me, he's really friendly. And I thought, and I was cringing.
With the grey hair.
Yeah, and I was cringing. I was thinking, you're making yourself, because normally it's, and I think, you know, I'll say it, he's looked after me, he's stopped me getting run over, and I'm thinking, why? Oh, it's like, it just, but some places, Sheffield and Nottingham, they seem to be the most aggressive. Manchester, in fairness, I don't feel them safe ever, you know what I mean? But Nottingham, I feel terrified there.
Was a little bit on the edge.
Yeah, you know, because the moment.
Back to the car park, I said to Ben, I said, we're not walking down any
No,
side
no.
streets.
What?
Let's
Make
walk on
sure.
the main streets, because they were so good looking for people.
Yeah,
And I thought, do you know what? I said, it's just not worth it, because they run it behind you with a bottle or something.
yeah.
You know.
And the thing is, I don't think they're you know, they don't do it because they're political. If they did, I'd feel, you know, like a lot when they're shouting, we support, you know, immigrate. Most of them I don't think care less. They just do it because they think it makes them look nice and they use it, and that annoys me. And it's like,
Yesterday when the other guy was getting through, he got through in the van holding on to him.
yeah,
And then they all turned on me and he said, you Nazi. And I said, you mean you're calling the police Nazis? He went, no, you. And I went,
oh yeah,
I said, how am I? I said, if I was a Nazi, yeah.
yeah,
Well, I said, Nazis would tolerate you. I said, so I'm not a Nazi.
I know.
I said, I'm taking prisoners.
yeah.
The
But
Nazi, just
well, I point out something they hate, and I say, you know, when they try and stop you filming, I say, you do know technically you're a fascist, because I point out, and they get devastated because I bring up the definition, which says, if you block the press, where's anyone taking the
Sorry, I
picture?
missed that. What did you say to them?
I say you're a fascist technically because I says look up the definition. And I said because when you're stopping the press, which is anyone taking pictures or reporting on
It's
it,
pretty much the definition of fascism.
well, it is. It's literally the definition, and they
The
get
definition
worked
is
up.
like restrictive,
Yeah.
restricting public speech.
Well,
or
no,
whatever.
it's actually if you don't believe in freedom of press and freedom of speech, it just. But because they think they're on this sort of right on the correct side, even though they're not really political, they use it as, because I've noticed as especially the ones that call themselves Antifa, they're the most fascist. There's 4 in Leeds, and they've not come since. And they go just, they've assaulted us.
I actually watched them. We walked past them all in black. They were actually getting dressed.
Yeah,
and
it's silly.
And I was so close. I didn't have my camera. I was like, oh, because they were all like standing around, ha ha ha. And I was thinking, they're all stood there facing me. And I thought,
Yeah.
this is the time. And I was like,
Take
by the
you-
time I got the camera out,
I mean, I'll tell you what you want is a GoPro regardless. Just take it and then, and leave it on fully, because if you get assaulted, you don't need
to. Be honest,
to.
like yesterday when it was getting a bit, I just left it on.
Yeah.
And then
It was heated though as well.
What?
It was hot. That's the only trouble with them. But
To be honest, I've got the DJI now. The DJI.
yeah, probably cope with the
The
heat.
battery management is so much better. Whereas when I would have the GoPro, it would go 30%, and then it's got, you're like, what? And it would just go.
Yeah.
Whereas
Although if you get the powerful battery, it's okay.
Yeah.
Or they leave it plugged in.
To be honest-
I think they're marching. That's why I'm being lazy. I'm late. In fact, I'll stand up because
To be honest,
I'm being lazy. Stood down.
the DJI battery seems to last a lot longer.
Well, they're improving,
Yeah,
but.
well, the DJI's.
What they normally do is, what
I had
most,
the
they just
9,
leave,
yeah.
well, they leave it plugged into a main battery, and you can leave it running all day.
So what, do you just film on the phone then?
That's live, and the reason I do that, here I'm okay, but like, you know, like Nottingham,
Just in case,
yeah, you'll get attacked, and then, because they might try and take the camera off you, I've got it
The camera's
protected,
the most vulnerable part, isn't it? It's,
yeah. And then there's like this, which is technically better quality, I find. But I like to make a bit. But it's like I always say to them, and I think most of them know, I'm not editing to make anyone look good or bad. I never do. You know, and especially when it's live. And it's like somebody said, if say we're on a protest and this lot get assaulted, we've recorded it,
Yeah.
and that's
It
what.
works both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'd look after them. I
But
mean,
also, I was thinking when they tried to cover your camera, I said, well, you want the press. You're
Yeah,
in public.
they
you
don't
want your
get
story to
it.
be told.
yeah, and if you don't want to be on, it doesn't make sense to be in public.
Yeah.
But
I've driven it. I've probably been on 100 cameras as I've driven it.
Yeah.
You can't walk around Manchester without being on 50 cameras.
no, and it's like they're panicking about being like, well, anyway, they're just.
So what, are they
there's
marching today? Or?
I think, well, the guy, you know, the normal guy who's at the front, he says he's not part of the, it's a different organisation, but he said he'll go, and I can't tell you that.
How does it work now? Because did they ban Palestine for Palestine action?
Yeah,
Palestine?
well, what
Are
they've
they
done
now
is,
technically
no, it'll take, they have to go through the legal thing, but they screwed up going against the RAF, because once you do that, that's the top
yeah.
brass. And the problem now
as
is,
soon as you go into an army or anything army-wise, you are in a world of trouble.
yeah, and the top brass will have that'll gone straight, because they have humiliated the top. And the
Let's be
problem
honest,
is,
though. I mean, what happens if we go to war tomorrow and they've destroyed 2 planes?
Yeah.
It
well,
could be serious trouble.
well, there's talk that some of them planes are actually delivering food to Gaza.
Well, I
so
know some that their relatives were meant to be coming back from Cyprus. They were coming back in 2 weeks' time on those exact planes.
Yeah.
And now they're saying they don't want to come because obviously you don't know what they've done to them.
no.
You know?
But the thing is,
But they're going to get serious prison time.
well, you've got to think, even if they get away with it, which they might do, right? Anyone who's connected to that will now be on the terrorists list.
was that Palestine Action for Palestine?
Yeah.
Was that the name of the group?
But the problem is, a lot like in Leeds, their version, they've been posting support from. And yesterday, did you see they were even wearing the T-shirts? And I thought, are you idiots? They think that it's all right with the police, you've got human rights. When it's top brass, national
So all
security,
it says is action. Have they got a flag or is it just a banner?
it's it's a group called that. But
I've never seen the banner.
I'm not sure what I think it's black or something.
You
but
would have to show it now because basically.
no, they had it yesterday. Didn't you see them
Oh, no,
with the
I didn't see
T-shirts on?
Right,
You know,
I
at the
didn't see
bottom end, they were actually boasting. God, their speaker's terrible today. I can't hear it. But but there's also a sister group. I don't know if you've seen them. You know, Just Stop Oil and they joined together, did that lot. Just Stop Oil and Palestine Action became Youth Demand. So will they be
okay.
banned?
So they joined together as a group.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So that's why you've Just Stop Oil said we're not doing
Palestine
it.
Action. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Same group, Palestine Action.
I'm not sure if it says it on, probably.
Palestine Action.
Well,
yeah.
they'll be safe, you see, for a few, but you'll be stupid because you're going to look like, I mean, you see, the thing is, there's quite a few people being prosecuted, like in Leeds, you know, where they're doing the banks and all this. They're going right. They normally get away because it's a mild thing. It's like it's not even because they're not going in. So, but
and
now
they spray the paint and then smash the glass.
yeah, but now they're going to be called terrorists.
You think about it. I mean, if you smash the glass on a bank, that's a high-end crime because that glass is worth £20,000-50,000. It's not cheap glass.
No,
you know,
but
so you've knocked it up there for petty crime.
But in the past, when they probably just got prosecuted, well, I don't know. Is he drunk? It looks like. It looks like he's one of theirs. I don't know why he's grabbing him. Whatever. Well, he's pulling him. I must have been ill. Looks like he was ill, I'm guessing. I don't know. Oh no, he's not. I thought maybe he was ill. Let's have a look. I'll upset him.
Just zooming on the face of the kids.
So it depends on the nature of the footage. That's the first thing. And this is a very general thing, so obviously I don't know what it's filmed.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, not a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. But we will have a chat with him and see what's gone on. Okay.
Is he alright?
Photographer. They're claiming they filmed kids. I don't know if they did or not. Well, I don't think it was. They're probably just filming them. But yeah, they're looking at his footage, but I doubt if it's. Maybe it was, but you know what I mean. If it was, it doesn't. Yeah.
You know, I get what you mean, but that's an accusation, isn't it?
Well, I doubt if he has been. It's a bit too obvious. People who do that don't make it obvious, but they're looking at all his footage.
Just think, whenever if I film, I always make sure if there is a child, I
try and do it the other way.
But sometimes if they run past, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, you can't do it. I mean, some of their own photographers take pictures of the kids close up, so I make sure.
I always say, whenever it's always nice when a child like on a shoulders of a dad.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's a nice photo.
There's too many.
You're not taking pictures of children.
No, I mean, I've been docking it down, but I mean, again, if they're really fussy, don't bring your kids.
Let's be honest,
To a public thing.
the kids are fully dressed.
Yeah.
Place, and it's not like you.
They don't look like they've not nicked him. If they don't nick him, then it's fault. They might have just been using it to shut down photographers. That's normally the time. They've done it.
Once you get that thrown at the time, it's like racist. Once you get that thrown at you, God, you know, you're in.
Well, that's why it's the useful. I always say with the go.
No, basically he's done now, isn't he?
Well, no, I don't know. It's probably just a normal photographer, but part of me does stand. That's why I
That's an easy way to get attacked, though.
Yeah. Well, that's why part of me. I always stand back, and then they can't. It's when you get. They're less bothered about it, but at least they know me. The guy who, I mean, well, he knows you. Has said hello, so we're safe like that because we know.
Well, that's the thing. I've said to the police before when a car. I said, "Be careful, mate." I said because I don't want to see anybody get hit by a car.
No.
Like yesterday, even when it kicked off, and see if we got one of the women she got through across the hedge, and it all kicked off. And I said, "Are you okay, love?" She went, "I said, well, just."
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it.
And I said, "I don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm not here to." And she looked at me and she went, "You know," and I went,
"We're neutral. It's pathetic." And I keep saying that.
I said to the officer, he was stepping back in the road when it all kicked off, and I went, "Watch out, pal." And he went,
I know.
Because he was so in the moment. I said, "There's a car going past.
It's
You
crazy.
can step back, and then the car hits him, and it'd be great footage."
I know.
But, it'd be horrible.
Well, I even said one of them was a bit. It was horrible with me in Sheffield. I said hi to his dog.
Sheffield's meant to be really bad.
Oh, it is.
Is that the worst you've been to?
Yeah.
Everybody says Sheffield's the worst.
Yeah, Sheffield, and there looks like one in Wales that's bad.
And then Brighton's meant to be really. The antique ones are really bad there.
I've never been there. I've not seen many, but
A friend of mine, he's actually a press photographer. He said Brighton. He said that's the only place he's ever been properly attacked. And he went there just as a hobby, and he just taken photos, and they battered him with sticks. And he ended up in hospital. He said, "I've been to all around the world, not had trouble." So the one time that I go for a hobby, he said 10 of them just jumped on me.
Well, I always say,
Pro-Palestine action hoodie on.
Yeah, that's what they were wearing yesterday. It's like they're sticking two fingers up, but it's ridiculous.
Also, the highlighting the fact that the Irish are still supporting them.
Oh yeah,
It's
well
like
it could
if
be
you
2
support an
weeks.
organisation, let's say you voted Reform, and then it turns out now that they are racist. You would go, well,
Yeah,
I did Reform, I did support them, but then when I realised they were racist, I don't want to be part of that.
But it's going to be a couple of weeks at least, I'd imagine that. I don't know how long it takes to rush through, but they're all going to
I
be
think you're right there. You nail it on the head. As soon as you mess with the RAF, they will push
top
it,
brass.
They
The
will,
government,
they will push
yeah,
it through in a matter of weeks.
yeah. I mean, there's
Whereas
so
you and me, it would take a year, 2 years.
well.
If anything ever happened.
Oh, well, they'll be fuming. See, they're going through with. There's just been jerks with them. Looks like it's taking them on their phone, but if the
I don't know what.
well, they'd have done some. Look, they seem okay with them now, don't they? I mean, he's one of them, by the sounds of it. Yeah, that's what's weird. So I don't know why they've turned on him, but look, they're all best fans with him now, so maybe they were just They seem okay. Yeah, grabbed him, but
I thought he was like one of us, like kind of
yeah.
non-neutral.
But they seem to be friends again, so I suppose that's something. Yeah, well, at least they've getting.
Really bad.
Yeah, especially a big one.
Some people want to push it.
Yeah.
And Scott's actually made friends with me now.
Yeah, Scott's okay. I mean, the first time I met him, I think it was a bit fun, and I said, but we've always got on, and that's why I stick up for him.
Last year he's been having a go at me, and last week he had
yeah.
And I said, look, I never had a problem with you. I said, my first problem was you were directing traffic, and the people, they didn't know who you were. You were 200 metres down the road. They couldn't see the protest. But to them, you're just a random guy stopping cars.
Well,
and I said, you've got to be careful. Like, somebody might run you over. They might panic.
But then again, at the end of the day, that's the police's fault.
Yeah.
They're lazy and allow it. So if they're lazy and do it, that I don't blame Scott or that lot for doing it, because I mean they like to do it, makes them feel good. But
it's strange to watch protesters direct traffic.
Yeah.
I never get used to that.
No, but the police are lazy. They just
I think after Liverpool, they'd be a bit more on it with the cars and protests. You think you wouldn't allow cars so close, especially in Manchester, so close. And all it takes, now that somebody's got that idea, all it takes is one idiot in a car. And you do worry. You just think, well, if there's a van next to you, if that guy decides to accelerate, then he could plow.
Yeah.
All it takes is one more on, doesn't it?
Oh no.
Yeah, they've got to be so careful now.
But to be honest, if this group gets banned, I think there's going to be problems with all of them.
Do you think they'll be legally allowed to ban Palestine protests?
No, but I think the pressure will be on them, because I'm wondering if people would even want to turn up.
Do you think the public will turn up?
Yeah, definitely, because they're just going to accuse them of being terrorists, and that's the thing. I mean, I was looking, I know it's classed as right wing, but I was looking in the day. I've said this for ages. My argument is, and this woman, but I was chatting to her, one of the. I'll let you answer that. I was at one of the. There was one of these protests was in Manchester about that NHS, and I was chatting to this Jewish lady. She's got really dyed orange hair, and they're marching. And I said to her, you know what's ridiculous? If you weren't actually any of you had marched or protested, you'd be more popular now. The people have actually turned against their beliefs because of but their egos are so large, they don't get it. They go, oh no. And she said to me, but my friends say I'm wonderful, and that's all it's about. And that's the thing. They're not.
The general public, when I walk past them, the general feeling that I get when I overhear people's conversation,
They're turned.
They're not for it. They're sick of it now.
Yeah, they used to be okay up till a few months ago, but
the stuff I hear is, if you're so passionate about Palestine,
sod off
why
there.
don't you go back and fight? because I said to one when I had a conversation with him, I said if I was, let's say, living in Italy and England was being attacked, I'd like to think that I would leave my family in Italy and I would fly or I would get back to England and do my part.
Yeah.
Especially after a year. You know, at first you'd be like, well, I'm not in the army, so I wouldn't get involved. But after a year, what was it, 16 months now?
Yeah.
16 months, you think you take yourself, right, I'm sorry, I've got to go and help. I can't sit by, I'm not an old man. Why don't I go and help? And this is the problem, is most of these people here are at an age where they can help.
Yeah, but a lot of them, in fairness, don't care about the past. It's just they turn up because they think
good in front of their friends.
it's Have you seen how it's been hijacked? You look at them all; they've all been hijacked by the left-wing middle class. Oh, here we go. You said hi. It's a different group apparently to the normal lot.
First street art. Which one's street art?
Me.
Street. Which
I
one's
lost
Johnny?
Adrian.
He's all right. That we just don't get on with. But he said that he's not our part. He's stewarding, but it's a different group. But he said, I said, are you marching? He said, I can't tell you that. But they did some speeches, but their speaker allows it.
We've been over there, to be honest.
Oh, have you been here a while?
Yeah, we didn't see you.
I've been sat there, that's why.
So we've been there, I've been there for over an hour.
Yeah, you probably, I came about, well, I don't know what time, hang on. Yeah, maybe we probably came together, but I've been sat down, I didn't see you. But
I stood over the police car, I was like staring.
I was sat there, but you couldn't hear the speeches, so I've been sat there trying to listen. And I said to start, he says it's not my group, but I says I can't hear it, get him to turn it up. But I said why do it here, says sometimes we do, but I think I've seen in your video they set off here.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're going to go into town.
Which is made for videography.
It's not far. They dragged a bloke out, but it was one of their own. They said, oh, he's photographing with the kids. I think they're best friends now. I thought it was like just some person photograph, but they said, oh, they literally fog marched him with the arm to the place. Yeah, and they had to get, and he went through his phone, and then they're all best friends now. I think he was just taking pictures, but it was one of them, you know, because he was speaking the language and everything, and but the suddenly became best friends again. And I did think that was a bit weird.
I think it's going to get a bit weird, this one's really weird, isn't it, because normally the left wing against the Iranian regime, aren't they?
Well, apparently in London,
the women there, you know what I mean?
well, in London, I think some of the Iranians were supporting the attack, so it's a bit confusing.
Because some of them are against the regime, aren't they? Now
yeah, it's all a bit confusing, but they're happy, you know, it gives them something to do. So they didn't have the protest yesterday, did they?
What, in London?
No, here.
No, not here.
Yeah, they had their little going into a shop. Yeah, that's where. But even Leeds cancelled. They had something, and I've never heard of it being in England. But these orange marches, you know, the Irish thing. Apparently they're all over. I've never heard of it before. But apparently, but the other lot said. See, it's just me because Mark is. Here we go. All right, let's have some fun. At least it makes it more interesting. The music's better here than in Leeds. At least they've got the drums back, but they're a bit rubbish in Leeds, it is. Well, if you really want to know what, sometimes, I don't know if they've done it now since, but in Leeds they do a silent one, and that freaks you out. Silent person, awful, it's like being in a funeral procession. Yeah, but no, it's like you start wanting them to make a noise. It really does your head in. Zero. I mean, the last one they sort of started to, they chanted in the end, but the first one, God, it freaked me out. We just walked around, or they might do a little drum slide, but it's like being in a, I think that might be the idea, but no, I hate it. I don't, that's the one, no, it freaks you out. You get because it's almost comforting, the noise. You know, you're going along this, you can, yeah. And then when there's no noise, oh, it's awful. Yeah. I'm glad they're marching though. I thought it'd been a bit boring just stood there. No, well they didn't do it yesterday.
Was it a march yesterday? Was it one in
No, well they pushed, like you said, everyone to London, but what all they did there was they went in some shops and did a little mini protest. It wasn't much.
I don't go to London for the massive ones.
No, but yesterday was the massive one. Everyone went, yeah. A lot went from. They cancelled the Leeds one, partly because of I think because of the clash with the other protests. But they pushed everyone to literally everyone. It was huge by the thing.
I'll do the London one on September 13th.
Yeah, it's too. Well, you see, the trouble is I find it too much in travel. Plus, my signal dies straight away.
Yeah.
So you just sat there, and it's like, I don't know. My mate probably be there. The guy, I don't know where he's gone to.
What, autistic?
No, that bloke who was they dragged out. It must be. Now they've got best mates for them again. I don't recognise most of them.
Sunday crowd.
Yeah, must be.
I don't know, where are they going to march on the street?
Well, he reckons they'll just go to the uni, because I have seen them do it to the uni before, from here, but I've never been from here before. I did wonder, because I've seen that building, I just thought it was closer, but I think it's because it's the uni. It's like, I don't know, or at least it makes it more interesting.
Yeah. The Manstorm was getting boring, wasn't it, let's be honest?
Yeah, some of them. I mean, at least Manchester changed it from Leeds, doesn't it? It's usually the same route, and that does, yeah.
Leeds one, yeah.
Do it. It's worth doing, but I mean, when I started doing Leeds, it was huge, massive, but I think they were the same everywhere. You couldn't move. It was like they'll play straight down. And that's what I think might happen now. They get, you know.
Police vans they got here.
No, I don't. I mean,
right on the side street, there's like 5 vans.
I think they do it just in case of emergencies.
Also, but, when you're on a road as well, there is a potential for it, isn't there?
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've obviously got to police the road. You can't police the road. Both sides. Different, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet. Oh, great. So I think whinging about battery power on this thing.
You got a solar panel?
Yeah, just it probably doesn't do anything. I thought I'd bring it for fun. But what I do is this. These are handy. Although this phone's getting old. I mean, I bought it second-hand in case. Because if anything happened to it, it doesn't bother me then as much. Well, it still bothers me, but
you can live stream through the GoPros, can't you, and stuff?
Yeah, that's what Michael were doing it. You can do it through the app, but he's got this really expensive box, really expensive. It's like the idea is you can link it. I think it does more than one SIM and that faffs about and all this, but he couldn't get it to work. He's done it twice. So all that faffing about. But apparently for the GoPro to do it properly, I can never tell, is he does it through the not USB, it's like HD or whatever it's called, yeah. And it gets more, but it's so much, and I just, it's like, to me, keep it simple. That's why it's easy, press a button, boom, and the quality seems fine. I mean, just
the phones are so simple, aren't they?
Yeah, but he's there and he was spending, I don't know if you say, he was there all day just messing about, and he still couldn't get to work. And he did that the other day, so for spending all that money, I mean, I think he's got to phone up and sort it out, but I always think keep things simple and then you've got less to worry about. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the thing about the Leeds one is I often keep getting arrested.
Who does?
Everyone in Leeds, they're always getting arrested.
Who does?
The Leeds lot.
What, the protesters?
Yeah, well, they get into trouble also. Well, I mean, this was made me laugh a few weeks ago. They did a protest. I can't remember if it was UKIP or just Standard. I think it was just normal law. Oh no, it was that National Strike Day where they did it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Right. And what was funny was they had...
That was like 3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And what made me laugh was, and this is how silly they are, there's one of them's been convicted of, well, two of them of a race crime. And
I've seen them, yeah.
And there was this woman, she's silly as anything. She's like typical Karen, left-wing, middle-class white woman. And she was there going, we're against racism. And literally the guy who's been convicted of racism stood and she knew she's been convicted.
Oh, did she know?
Yeah, because, well, she said she always watches our vids, so she knows what's going on. And everyone knows he was convicted.
It's a bit awkward, isn't it, if you're against racism and you stood next to
and it just makes it look silly because, but...
What's that guy again? The guy in the car.
Yeah, so they're friends with him again. But you're right, it's a different crowd to the normal lot.
Stop Israeli war
Jump that.
machine! Stop Israeli war machine! Stop Israeli war machine! Stop Israeli war machine!
They should have done that for the speeches earlier. I couldn't ever learn.
No more blood, no more pain. Iran, Palestine, break the chain. No more blood, no more pain. Iran, Palestine, break the chain. No more blood, no more pain. Iran, Palestine, break the chain. No more blood.
See, when I woke up today and saw America's joined in, I thought that'll bring them all out. They'll be fuming.
America probably started, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, if it's like Iraq, it was over in 10 minutes. They just overpowered them. But they've probably already made, there'll be people in the Iraqi government who have made a deal and said, we don't want this guy, let's get you attack and we'll pretend to be upset, but we'll help you out. That's what everyone forgets.
Gents, I just need you to keep on this carriageway, please.
You're not supposed, it says hands off Ivan, you shouldn't pick them up.
Does it say hands off?
Ivan, yeah, you picked them up.
Dei. Hugo.
I think it's the heat and noise.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm guessing it'll be over soon. I don't think they've got much. I don't know. I've not done this one before, but
Well, it's all good. It's a good thing, so we'll just have to see what happens. And hopefully nobody will get heat stroke, including me.
I don't think it's going to get much hotter.
I hope not. It was boiling yesterday.
Well, it was raining earlier. I thought it was going to
Well,
pour
that's
down.
good because my garden's now looking like, whoa.
Yeah, but it'll dry out instantly.
Very
That's the
quick.
trouble. Yeah.
I'll speak to you shortly. I'm just
Yeah,
going to go and eat.
straight in the face, it annoys the hell out of them. Then they know you're not being intimidated. I don't know how far it is. I've got to walk all this way back. Yeah. I'll come with you.
If you want to, I'll get a taxi back.
No, it's only a few minute walk.
It's a big turnout to be the normal though.
Yeah. Maybe it's because they didn't turn out yesterday. I know it's huge. I did wonder if America attacking Iran. Have you noticed? Oh, and join in. I've noticed that in Leeds. At the speeches, you see less people. It's weird, and they usually just clog in on later. Because they weren't this lot. They're about half this there. I know. Who wants a picture?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Poser.
Sorry?
Ready for start?
Taking down, taking a picture again.
Wait,
Attacking now, taking a picture of the kid.
Oh no. I wouldn't actually do it even if he asked me. It's just a bit dodgy.
A while back and he was on a bike doing a wheelie, and I was like, fine, but especially when they're that young, you just don't want to risk
No,
it.
well, somebody accuses you. That's the trouble. You get.
Marching to the uni.
I'm guessing that's what he said. Normally they do. They go at the unit, and that's probably it. They might do another speech.
And then it's a 10-minute walk back again.
Yeah, it's not too long. I mean, don't forget we slowly walk, so we'll be back in 2 minutes. It won't take long, unless they do go into town, but I don't think they will. It's their little game, innit?
It freaks you out that, but why? It makes you think they're going to attack you.
I know. I tell you what's fun though is when Charlie Beach turns up, you know it's going to kick off. That's all I come for.
Oh yeah.
Because it makes the best videos. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would
That's why I
today.
like the first greatest in the world.
Because
the YouTube one in the gardens.
oh no, that hang on, I've got the dates. I'll show you it. That's not for another. That's a while ago. I forget. Yeah, I'm not going miles to that too much. It's like you keep doing Glasgow. Yeah, nowhere am I going that far. Too far. It's saying transmission error, so I don't know how well you're seeing it. Might be breaking up. Probably because there's a lot of people around. I'm surprised actually, normally I can get away with it with this few people, but
حرية حرية إسرائيل حرامية حرية حرية إسرائيل حرامية
انتفاضة شعبية حرية انتفاضة شعبية
they're so few of us that you'll get more views. You know, that's the problem when the others, yeah, that things might kick off, but when there's so many, people only watch one, maybe two. So to me, even if it's quiet like this, there's so, you know what I mean? It's just basically you and me, to be honest. And that's it. I don't think there's anyone else. I mean, your mate might have a few views, but they'll be down to us. So we'll have to really. And you never know, they might give us some grief when we leave. I mean, there was that little bit of where they were kicking off over the flag, so that was a bit funny. I still don't know what that was about.
Did Martin go down to London and all that yesterday?
Martin's in Spain on holiday.
Oh,
Yeah. Michael's busy today. I was said to him, I'll bring you. We went to Nottingham.
When yesterday?
Yeah, with UKIP. It all went a bit, well, it was all heated and stuff. I know, you see, at 10 o'clock we didn't know, but someone else did. They had a big transport and it was massive. Normally they start, we've been before. So they had a march at 10. And then they all did this counter protest against UKIP and it all got violent. Two of them got nicked. They were silly. Not sure what they were protesting about because all it does is give them publicity. I thought, well, you're down.
It's getting confusing sometimes. I don't know what they're doing now. It's all left wing now.
Yeah. Nottingham and Sheffield are violent. We did Sheffield a few days ago and they got aggressive.
It's about time I started going to different places. I just can't hold it.
Do you drive? If you can get to Leeds, well, that's the cost in itself. I don't mind taking you. You can come with me.
So Leeds has been left a bit abandoned anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, Leeds is dull. The best ones, try and get to the UKIP ones because things usually kick off with them.
Yeah,
It's
I find out about the UK ones.
Oh, go on the UKIP Twitter page, it lists them all. Next one, I think they're in Liverpool ones, Newcastle. Oh, she's just stressed. She's alright. They're doing it, but... Oh, here we are, we're here. Street Hawk, you'll get more views. Yeah.
So I've got your face on as well. Nice.
But they're off to London on Saturday this week, and I can't be asked. I don't know. I thought it was, but they're saying it in. I don't know.
Is it Tommy Robertson thing?
Might be. Oh, yeah, they usually get dull when they end here, don't they? There we go.
To be honest, going to London doesn't guarantee views, and sometimes it can.
Actually filming, I think she's trying. Well, she keeps putting it down. She ain't filming. She's pretending to. I know, it sort of like gives it away.
It's got a stain there, that's a bit odd,
she
isn't
ain't
it?
filming, I just looked at the phone.
Stain on the bum there.
Oh no. Oh, yeah. But no, yeah, a phone just flipped round, it wasn't even on. Yeah.
I thought that really dropped it.
I know. I might be wrong, but there was nothing on there.
No, I don't.
Not that I'm bothered. Just makes yourself look silly. Him with the grey hair, just watch him. He might be a bit odd. You know, in the black. It's been alright, but it's just been a bit funny walking around.
I think he was in the thick of it before.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with him originally.
Yeah, I don't know. We're safe, but we've got to walk all the way back to the car now. Both of us up there.
What, right the way back to there?
Yeah, it won't take long. I mean, we walk slow, haven't we? At least these are comfort to walk with. thought they've got a better speaker this time because I couldn't hear a word they were saying back then. There wasn't many there. I'm going to stand over that side and wander around, so any problems just come find us. Yeah, they'll just wonder. So I've got a feeling it must be over now. Do they usually finish now? Yeah. Is it must be? Yeah, I know it's going to happen. Yeah, I might as well, just in case they decide to break in, which I can't see them doing. Last time I came to the uni, no it happened.
Is Aaron Duffy around somewhere as well? He's got like a camera.
Get over.
This march is organized by grassroots groups and communities in support of Palestine, in support of Iran, against dictatorship in Iran, for human life freedom. Seriously? Yes. Okay. Woman life freedom. Separate. Woman life freedom. Woman life freedom. Woman life freedom. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free. Iran, Palestine, Iran, Palestine, Iran, Palestine. patriarchy, because of patriarchal behavior. Separate line from regime supporter. Separate line from regime supporter. Free Palestine! 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 David Zionism! Free Palestine! 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 Isolate the fascists! Isolate the fascists! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Is that a thought we were?
Because my phone was like saying Iraq, and the other one's got Palestine.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
They're fighting amongst themselves.
Free Palestine!
Aren't they all fighting between themselves? It's mad.
Sorry for the disruption.
لبيك يا خامنئي! 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 لبيك يا
I go way too much.
You know what?
And we are here, all the progressive groups in Manchester. We work long time together and we support each other no matter what. Now Yes is going to speak. Give a big round of applause.
I just came out here really to support, well, all of us say together, I think, recognise genocide when we see it. I think we recognise war crimes when we see them. And I think we all recognise that it's impossible for you to say that you stand up for certain rights, but not other people's rights. I think it's impossible for you to say that you stand against the Israeli government when it bombs IDF clinics or...
Who are you filming for?
At the same time support
Myself.
a system that represses...
Alright, well you got like a website or... What's your website?
Hang on.
Far too many of us...
It's on
YouTube.
YouTube.
This is too social media-y. This is too Instagrammable. As we speak, there are over 18 people right now who face serious charges because they decided to take action on our behalf, because they decided to take action on Palestinians' behalf, because they decided to take action on the behalf of so many people here and in the Middle East who are facing sheer death, destruction and devastation.
Yeah, that's a cheap second-hand phone.
Because if the government tells you that some people are
If you go on and look for a street hawk, I do all the
Street hawk.
Yeah, I do loads of protests. I do anything.
Pay for them.
No, it's YouTube, people just watch. So it's like now I've got people.
Again and again.
So I've got people watching all over.
Yeah.
People watch all over the world.
The United Kingdom government might
Street
tomorrow
talk,
prescribe
yeah.
Palestine action.
I do
But
anything.
they should be very
Sometimes
aware
I just
from
do
people
what
here
dog
in
walking
streets of
videos,
Manchester
but
and beyond, that you can
You
legislate,
must get
you can
something for it,
imprison
no?
individuals. You
Nah,
can
just a
stop
hopper.
a particular political prisoner here or there, but you can't stop freedom.
yeah, it's worth doing. Yeah, well, if you want to film it yourself, there's a YouTube channel. I always tell people so, because I mean I film in full, but not everyone does. I just film whatever goes on, you see. And I do it live so people can view, and you get people on every side viewing, so some support, some against.
You just do Palestine? You do
anything,
like,
no, anything. I do.
wing,
No, I do. I stay neutral, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think there is such thing as right wing or left wing anymore. So anything that's going on, if it's not too far away. Like yesterday I did Nottingham. I mean, last week I filmed myself riding a bike. Normally that was my aim, just to do bike rides and stuff, but when these are popping up, you see sometimes, like today it's quiet. Manchester's usually quiet, but some places you go to, Sheffield they kick off, Nottingham they kick off, they're violent there. Manchester, I mean the most of them know me, although I don't recognise as many today. Normally when I come on a Saturday I know most of them, because it's the same lot, but today's a lot different. But you do know, I mean, like the guy who, well, he's not organising it, it's just because it's a different group. But I mean, a lot of them do know me, so that's why it's usually okay. It's Adam.
Adam.
Yeah. But yeah. If you can't find it, just do lead Pro-Palestine protest, and you'll see it. Like today, I've just done that. But you don't always see it. Usually, it's the. I don't know if you remember, it used to be, their speaker's terrible today, by the way. Absolutely can't hear a speech. You know when they were back there? I couldn't hear a thing. Normally it's...
But you were right at the back though.
I wasn't even that far. Now normally, but it's a different one, so they must have, but normally you can hear them crystal clear. And I was surprised, I even said it, but it says I don't organise that as well. You did that anyway. It's like now, quiet as anything. And you know what the funny thing is, if you listen to them when they were marching, one of them's got a loudspeaker as he was walking, and I thought, why not just use that? But it's
Alright, I'll leave it to you.
yeah, just it seems full. I mean, I just walk around and film, but yeah, do it. If you I always recommend doing it. So if you come to protest, film them, because I mean the beauty is, you see, it's like sometimes they whinge, but it's like I've said, what happens if you get assaulted, which they've done? They've been assaulted, I filmed it, and it's saved their necks. Because they have these twits that walk around illegal observers, but you know, they're not going to do anything if it goes to court. It's just because there's no evidence. Well, no, not for anyone, because let's say you got assaulted. All they've done is made a couple of notes. They haven't filmed it. I mean, I don't know why they don't have GoPros. I've told them before, but you know what I mean. But as I say, most of the time it's okay. But you get one or two who go filming, but you know what I mean. I just ignore those at home. But Manchester, I never feel, you know, I can do Manchester. The only time I feel nervous is going out of Manchester because it's full of criminals. But the protest themselves, but Nottingham, oh God, yesterday was awful.
What was happening there?
Well, there was a UKIP one, but they had a counter-protest. Now, what's the point of my argument is why bother protesting UKIP, because it ain't going to make any difference to anyone.
I thought they all moved to reform now anyway.
Well, that's it. I mean, UKIP's basically one man, and that's it. So he might win on that, but it's you don't need any more things. And reform, in reality, I mean, the reason reform do well is because Labour basically ignored everything, and now they're doing a catch-up. They created reform in reality, and they didn't need to. But whether, I mean, it'll be, I don't know. But then again, sometimes it's healthy to have a bit of a new blood. I think all the other parties, all of them, I got too confident and thought, oh, we'll get votes regardless. So maybe it's not a bad thing. It kicks everyone up the butt. Because they all have Conservative, Labour, Lib Dems, Green Party. But now they've got lazy, haven't they? They've got confident because they know they're always going to get votes regardless. And I think that's sometimes a problem.
Safe seats and all that.
Yeah, and sometimes you need a bit of a kick just to, and then it scares them into action.
Make sure you get home safe.
Alright, finished. Yeah, it could be raining, but yeah, if you go on, you'll see it in full. Then what I'll do is, I always find the GoPro footage is a bit nicer quality, so I'll upload that, but that'll be on tomorrow. And I mean, I thought there'd be a bit more But you see, he gets grief, and there's no need for it because they go, oh, and he's not right wing at all. You know, the one with the green hat on. They give him. Can you see him there with the jeans? He gets, and I say, just leave him. It's like even Charlie Beach. I don't know if you see him on Saturday. I say to him, leave the guy alone. It doesn't. He's got. You know, the daft thing is, and I always say this: that guy will get at least 100,000 views. When you act daft on there, that's 100,000 people you're annoying, and they'll just turn away from your views. I mean,
but that's why he's doing it, he's trying to get views, isn't
but
it?
That's you don't need to react. You just smile and say hi, and that's it. And I've said that, and some of them have sussed it out, but some just can't help themselves. They've got to go, oh, I've got to be an idiot on camera, and it's like. I mean, I've said, I was chatting to one from Manchester the week, I said, you know, if you actually never went on one of these pro-Palestinian march protests at all, there'd be more public support. And look what's happened now. Now what's going to happen? Yeah, because they're definitely going to bring in that Palestinian lot where they've done it.
Palestine action,
what a bunch of idiots doing the RF, because automatically that'll come straight from the top. That's not government. They'll ban that straight away, and then everyone will be tarnished. And what a bunch.
But the government will just wait for an opportunity.
Well, no, I don't. They'd have done it a long time. They're I mean,
they wanted to do it a long time ago.
I don't know.
Just waiting for
maybe, but I think they're more. Because I've got a lot of MPs that are supportive, but that's it. The RAF will have gone vroom, straight. And the trouble is now, I think you'll find, because when I first started filming these, in Leeds it was huge crowd, huge. And it's been hijacked by a lot of the left-wing socialists. They've destroyed a lot of it, and a lot of them haven't turned up since then. But I think once they're banned, which they will be, probably take a couple of weeks, I think a lot of people won't want to be associated. You just watch the crowds. I mean, in Leeds, they used to have a protest at the uni every Tuesday or Thursday. It depended. That's died off. And they're destroying their own protest. That's a crazy thing. And I keep saying it. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, they have a convicted somebody who actually assaulted a Jewish guy. So he's been literally convicted of a race crime. And they did this big speech. They had this do you remember they did that strike action thing?
Oh, right.
They were on one side, they on the other. And they were stood there, this woman was saying, we're against racism. 2 people away, a convicted racist, which she knew about. And you're going, oh my God, this is like comical. Oh, you're that daft that you actually stood next to. And I keep saying, why invite him? Because it just brings up accusations. Just say don't turn up. But they do, and then it gets all this. And again, I mean, I'm neutral, and I keep saying, God, I could organise it better, so much better. But I tell you what, the lesson for today is, do at 1 o'clock, you get more people. They do it too early here. Other places it's 1, but here it's 12. And I think that makes a big difference doing that 1. Because because some people come from just like the Manchester one, you see a few come from Leeds. Well, when you're having to come from Leeds, that's 2 hours. And even if they're driving and then you've got to walk, get the coach. So it does make a big difference. If they did it at 1 or 2, I mean, fine, winter you do it at 12 when it's pitch black at 2 o'clock. But this time of year, I'd do it at 1 or 2. You'll get more people and it's more relaxing, but they're daft. They never know how to organise things. I always thought, anyway, we'll get off.
Right,
I'll see you later. Bye. I will get. What's happening? Oh God, they're all kicking off today. They've had a bit of a ding dong, haven't they? Because they've apparently it sounds like which side? Sorry, the Palestinian side and the Iran side haven't seen eye to eye and everything.
You mean today?
Yeah, a couple of times.
No, it wasn't that. There was a group that supported the Iranian government.
Right. Is that what it was?
Yeah, they supported
Because I did. Yeah.
And then there was the other group that obviously they don't support the regime.
Right.
Government, but they're against the Israeli and US.
It's a bit. That's why sometimes when you start mixing it sometimes gets a bit complicated. But no. Anyway, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. The drumming here is better than Leeds. They've got one guy then, and it's rubbish. Here, at least you got nicer music. But I'll tell you the weirdest one they do in Leeds is a silent one from time to time. You get used to the noise, it's comforting. You know, the chanting. They walk around in pure silence and it freaks you out. But then they've done it twice. Then the second one they started chanting. But I'll see you later.
Street
Yeah.
talk, yeah?
Yeah, just if you can't find it, seriously, just go on and type in Leeds pro-Palestinian protest and it should pop up. It's usually the second or third because that's all I do really. But alright, see you later. Yeah, apparently one side's supportive, he said, of the government and one side's against, so they've been added a bit of a ding-dong.
Was that what that was before?
Yeah, he said it because I didn't know what it was about, and he said that one's pro Ayatollah or whatever, and one side's against. So,
Right, so one's like freedoms,
yeah.
government rights.
So it's a bit confusing, which is nice work.
It's always a bit confusing, isn't it?
Yeah. I was wondering why they're having. Are we getting off then?
I think so.
Might as well. I don't think any. Oh yeah. Well, Sam knows. I'm surprised she's come down, but I think. Oh, I'll tell him I'll get off. Oops. So he gets grief. Hang on.
Take your gay flag down, no gays allowed here, that's what you're saying basically.
I'll
No
see you
gays
later.
around here.
Are you off?
Yeah, I think that's finished. Are they having a bit of an argument? Oh, that guy there told me what it was about the ding dong. Apparently one side pro the Iranian government and one side ain't, so it's all a bit, I don't understand it.
There's one with the recordings of it as well.
Yeah.
Hey, they're fighting. They're fighting for solidarity with each other and they tell him to take the gay flag down. It causes too much trouble for him.
I know. Oops. There we go. Oops. Oh well, that was a bit of a ding dong. We're having a fuss over the gay flag now. Yeah, one of them's with I don't know. They've had the right ding dong, haven't they?
Always a struggle.
I know. Oh well, I think we're safe. I don't think anyone's going to follow us. Alright, I'll end it there, folks. We've done 2 hours 30. Alright, see you later.